My story has a few different twists and turns compared to the typical cheating spouse story. My wife, 34 years old, and I, 36 years old, have been together since 2011, married since 2015. We've always had a more intense relationship for both the good and the bad. We love hard and fight hard. She's had a laundry list of medical issues, mostly stemming from having type 1 diabetes, and have overcome multiple near-death issues together with me right by her side. We now have two amazing little boys, 6 and 4, and I have a business that I have built to put us a wonderful place financially, and she works part-time to retain great benefits to cover her diabetes costs. We have a beautiful home, cars paid off, and travel all over the world. She is stunning, and I don't think myself too bad to look at either. On the surface, we have it all. But over the years, communication has been our shortfall. Whether her not being affectionate enough to me, or me to truly hearing her when she's hurting, we had that ticking time bomb looming. In October of last year, it went off. We had our relationship to a point where fights were often and large and over meaningless bullshit. Not a good combo. We decided to seek professional help as neither one of us wanted a divorce. The therapist wasn't exactly outstanding, but I do believe she did help here and there. I was fully in and trying everything humanly possible to be the best father, husband, and partner I could to reignite what we both knew and still know was and is a once-in-a-lifetime type relationship. I could see her trying as well, but deep down I believe I was doing much more than her. But the fact she was trying I appreciated. While she was on a bachelorette party in New Orleans in early December, one of her friends mentioned to her how opening their relationship was a game changer, and they both, her and her husband, love it. And the seed was planted. She came home, very briefly mentioned it to me, and the seed was planted in my head. Not that we both go out and smash whomever we wanted then crawled back into bed with each other. But just go out and meet people and talk and flirt. No big deal. I've never in my life been the jealous type, and neither has she. Unfortunately, our fights thus far hadn't slowed down much, and it was become damn near routine. A death sentence for a marriage. So after a few more weeks of talking here or there about having an open relationship, even brining it up to our therapist, who wholly said we weren't in the place for it, we had a very serious talk about it. Sure, the idea excited me, got the heart rate up and blood pumping. But what I failed to see what our pasts. I had only in my life ever slept with GFs except 2 or 3 drunken one-night stands. Sex meant and means something much deeper than just sex to me. While my wife's past is considerably longer and I know sex didn't have the same emotional attachment. So, thinking she'd flirt with a few douche fucks and seeing she's already married a winner and that I would get to go out and have fun, but not sex, I agreed to open it up. In the words of Zach Bryan in his song Remember Everything, strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind is broke. I was truly broke at this point because I knew my relationship with my best friend was nearing its death blow. This was the week prior to Christmas. We set lots of ground rules and off we went. In early January, I paid for her to have a breast augmentation and subsequently waited on her hand a foot, nursing her back to health. When we went back to therapy after she was back up to it, we had a big fight in therapy. Honestly, I don't even remember what about. But something remarkable happened. We fought more at home, but somehow we both started actually hearing each other. We were able to unbury skeletons years past, talk humanly and emotionally about them, and resolve them in ways I never knew we could. We literally did this for nearly 48 hours straight. It was nothing short of awe-inspiring. My best friend was back and I was to her. This was now late January, and a few days after this breakthrough I brought up the oar and we both laughed and said that shit was stupid and closed it. She asked if I did anything. I literally laughed. I hadn't even messaged a single woman. I asked her and smiled and said no. We spent the next 6 weeks in what felt like a honeymoon period. I am 6 feet 3 inches 240, but never had a true six-pack and dialed all my dieted and got more ripped than ever for a trip we took to Scottsdale. Fucked like we were 24 again and had amazing talks and intimacy. I even got a large tattoo for her and our sons. I'm already pretty tattooed, so not like it was my first. We did a boudoir shoot together and had a few amazing date nights. It was fucking amazing. Fast forward to the end of March, one of my close buddies, let's call him John, and my best friend asked me to grab a few drinks with him, and I say absolutely. Went over to his place, happy as a clam. The OH and marriage hurdles long in the rear view. Well, they sat me down and told me my wife fucked one of John's friends 3 times. I got every single detail from the other guy's POV. Everything. I was hit like a fucking deer by a semi. This dude was on a trip with John and drunkenly bragged about it in explicit detail. Blowjobs, anal, lonely housewives are the best fucks, even her new tits. Said she was fucking 3 or 4 other people. I immediately knew who it was as I knew she had seen him. She never lied about that. But this dude is a fucking loser, living with his grandpa, dead-end job, and not exactly gonna make the list of sexiest man alive. So I saw zero threat. At first I wanted to kill people, but after calming, I took it like a prize fighter. After 4 hours of this talk I headed home. I was able to calm my emotions. Instead of launching a nuclear missile of my own, I went up and calmly told her I know absolutely everything. And this is your once chance to save our marriage. She went into full-blown panic. What are you talking about? What is this about? Where is this coming from? So I stoically said John was on a trip with and he told everyone everything talk. So she did, came clean, opened up about it all. I asked a tremendous amount of questions that I shouldn't have because the answers still haunt me. But she refuted the details, saying it was 3 times, all damn near instant. Nothing special. No oral, no anal, no sparks and no other people. I believe the last part. We damn near always know where the other is, and it made literally zero sense to me there were others. Still doesn't. But the rest still eats at me damn near every hour. Why go back if it was nothing vanilla, boring, meaningless sex? I found out one of the 3 was without a condom. She said she didn't know until he came and she saw his dick, but not telling me that now brings my health into it. I don't know what this fucker has. That kind of shit and other things she told me is eating at my soul. And most of all, her not telling me the truth. I asked her face to face if anything happened, gave her the absolute opportunity to come clean. She didn't. Also, at the end of our 48-hour breakthrough talk, I flat out asked if she had any other skeletons she wants to talk about, that I wanted it all out so we can move forward in an amazing place. She should have told me then. That is where to me it went from massive mistake on both our parts to plain old cheating. When she lied about me when I asked if she slept with anyone else and she said no. I had briefly contemplated leaving, but our marriage was better than ever. She is quite literally my best friend. I love her, held her, and prayed to God to let me take her place. Literally, she was going to die. Watched her bring our boys into the world, and she's always been a massive supporter of my career during the rough times. We have a deep bond. I love my wife very much, and she's shown a tremendous amount of remorse, love, and kindness since. I truly do think she's regretted it every second, wouldn't even fathom doing it again, and does love me deeply. But I cannot go an hour without hurting. My work is suffering, badly. My diet and gym routine is suffering. Most of all, my self-respect and manhood is damn near shot. I gave her the green light to have another man smash her. What kind of a cowardly, cuck, pussy would ever in a million years agree to that? I don't believe I deserve a damn thing right now. She hasn't for a second put that in my head or heart. That's all self-inflicted. How to get that back is what I am struggling with most. Thinking about it during sex is impossible not to do even 4 months since finding out. Beyond that, I am a product of a divorce. I do not want my sons to endure that. No, I am not staying together for the kids, but anyone who says that isn't part of the equation is a liar. I believe in traditional male roles, and the tip top of that list is protecting my family. I would kill for or be killed for them without a second's thought. I would be tortured in the most horrific ways to ensure their safety. Those are just words, but beliefs to my core. So, if I would have my teeth and toenails torn out or lit on fire, why wouldn't I be able to accept mental torture to spare them pain? Plus, I don't want to lose 50% of my sons' lives. Also, I adore my wife's family. They are more family to me than my own. That's a massive part of it too. We have built a life many would kill for, and I don't want to tear it down. But this torture is killing me. Picturing it, feeling the lie, thinking she fucked him then fucked me. It's a piano on my back that is always there and frankly feels like it's getting heavier, not lighter. The constant hate of the man staring at me in the mirror is killing me. I don't know how to move forward and be okay with all that happened. Again, I love my wife. I truly believe this wasn't a long, intimate relationship that she fell in love with someone, and it went on for years and years like other men go through. But to me, it was still cheating and is still wrecking me. Anyone have any suggestions for me? I could really use it right about now. I consider myself to be an alpha, at least used to. Never thought I would ever air my dirty laundry on the internet. But here I am,